I didn't realize that her butt was on display.
This is bad.
Oh, yeah.
So
Just
if you
now.
look at any of the Islanders' clothing, it's really weirdly sexualized. Like, you might have missed it, but back on Besaid, there's that lady in a loincloth that has nothing on her sides.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Sin-ful Studies, the Final Fantasy X retrospective. I'm joined by Bear.
Hello, hello.
And Seuss.
Blitzball sucks.
I will stab you.
Of the Menagerie crew. And let's get back into this.
Oh. These stone steps have a history, you know. Yep. Lord O'Holland trained here at his peak.
As
It
far
is.
as that's
Mhm.
concerned. I would
That's
say
so creepy.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
needlessly
A
creepy.
race, huh?
That is not what they said.
Think you can beat me?
According to this prison logic book I have, that's not what they're
Luna,
saying.
if you would.
Ready?
I kind of find this cute. Meow.
Hey.
That's one of the few times
Ah,
that Yuna
huh?
will actually, like, emote.
Mhm.
And
Kamari
that's
doesn't
sort
give a
of
shit.
why I was like, it might just be direction.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand by the post talk on that one.
Yeah, and again, I would also say that's probably the more likely answer, but
Run away!
Everyone, quick! Sin spawn!
So, I forgot. I never actually answered your questions.
Oh.
I feel like the narration is a lot better than no narration at all because it characterizes Titus in a way that
His character doesn't.
his actions don't. Like, pretty much right now, he's just a dipshit. He's just
Yeah.
an unlikable dipshit.
Which, honestly,
and that
as a
never
starting
really
point,
changes.
I was gonna say, as a starting point, that's fine. But you do need him to grow.
Yeah,
And,
which
I
about
think they did a weak job on that.
yeah, they definitely didn't do a very good job as far as making him like feel like a character with growth. Aside from the actual like, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
No, I get what you mean. Like, I think there's potential. I don't think he's the worst of the mainline,
Yeah.
like, leads. And no, I don't think Vaughn is either, honestly.
No,
I think
they're
Lightning's the worst.
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
Followed
Lightning-
by Cloud.
Well, no, because lightning. Okay, I'm gonna feel no.
Huh?
No. I'm gonna disagree with you on that one.
Alright, let's fight.
Yeesh.
Okay. So
Sorry about
So,
that. Hope to break you in
Cloud-
slower.
Lightning is Cloud
Being
done
a guardian's
poorly.
tiring.
Thank
You
you.
handle yourself pretty
Original
well.
Cloud
You got talent.
in the original Final Fantasy VII suffered a lot from
So, what are
the
these
translation
Sin-spawn
wasn't
anyway?
perfect.
Mm.
Final
Humans,
Fantasy VII
they
doesn't
fall
have
from
the
Sin's
best
body and are left
translation.
behind in
Just
its wake.
ask anybody
Leave him alone
that
and Sin
gets to
comes
the
back
beach
for him.
area.
You gotta be
This
quick.
guy are sick.
That moment when Waka told me I had talent in battle.
This threat are sick.
I
Yes.
think
Okay.
that was when I started seriously
but,
considering becoming a guardian.
I think that the remake.
Oh, the remake improves him greatly.
Oh,
Well,
so
that's
much.
the thing.
The-
That's the thing, though, is the remake, and I'm going to step on you because you fucking stepped on me a second ago.
So,
They
got fiends in Xanacan too.
the remake does
a few.
Cloud
It's
the
a big
way
deal
that
when
the
one shows
original
up, though.
game wanted to do Cloud.
Hey, since when do you
Very,
believe me
very
about
specifically,
Xanarkin
because
anyway?
Cloud is an absolute
I've been
fucking
thinking.
Dorcas. But
Maybe
the thing
people
about it
Sin gets
is,
to don't
he's
die.
trying to put
Maybe Sin
on
carries them through time.
the persona
1,000
of
years through
Zack.
time.
Somebody
And then one
who
day,
he knew and
Maybe they just pop
respected
back, see?
and thought was just super goddamn
Amazing.
cool.
Simply
But what
amazing.
happens when an absolute Dorcas tries to
You
pretend
make
to be a
up
cool
one
person?
theory after
They act
another,
aloof
refusing
and,
to face the simple
uncaring
truth.
and blah blah blah.
Sin didn't
Instead
take
of having an
Chapu
actual
anywhere.
personality.
Sin crushed him
Uh,
and left him on the Jose
and
shore.
so that's sort of
Your
the
brother won't
thing
just
that comes
pop
across
back.
in the original is you get the aloof,
Oh,
uncaring,
and
doesn't have a
one more thing.
personality
No
until
matter how
much
you
later in
want
the
it,
game
no
when he's
one
starting
can
to
take
come into
Jakku's place.
becoming his own person.
No one can replace a
Um,
Jet, for that matter.
Also,
And then-
Lulu just
And
murdered
there's
that
no
man.
replacement
I know,
for Lord
I
Braska
know.
either.
It's so good.
It's pointless to think about it.
Yup.
And sad.
So the remake just gives you more Dorcas.
I could never
Except
be what
for,
Jakku
I
was.
know, nailed it, moving on. Which,
Well,
best line.
stuff happens.
Best line.
Best not to worry.
Such a good line.
Waka,
It's so
Lulu,
good.
and Waka's brother, Chapu.
But yeah, no,
Something had
I
happened
wasn't
between
giving
them
it to
a long time ago.
7R.
I was sure of
I was
it.
giving it to,
Well,
like,
whatever
just
it was none of my business,
original,
that's for
from
sure.
what I've seen.
No,
Best not
I
to
still
go
think
there.
that Squall has all the personality of a block of wood and never changes in that regard.
Oh,
So-
fuck, I forgot Squall is the lead.
Yeah. Cloud actually develops a personality later on when he gets over his identity crisis.
So I think a lot of the issues with Cloud's personality stem from the whole Final Fantasy VII extended canon bullshit.
Mm.
Oh,
Because,
God.
like,
Advent
originally,
Children is
yeah,
terrible.
Advent Children and
Oh,
whatnot
Advent
got real
Children.
popular in they basically took the early game Cloud personality, and because
Yeah.
fucking Nomura was the head of that, if I recall correctly, he's literally
Yeah,
just
he was.
yeah, so we're just gonna double down on the dipshittery here, and not the fun kind, just the I have no personality, I am an emo badass.
You here to pray for victory too?
I will say
Pray?
that
Who
I
needs to
watched
pray?
Advent Children
The Luca
on a
goers
special
always
screening in a
win.
theater,
Oh yeah?
and as
Then
someone
why
that
you here?
never played, it was
We've been
nigh
praying for
Oh, it's
incomprehensible.
so
competition this
awful.
year. So what's your goal this
And
time? You gonna
I
do
could follow
your
spirits
best
with him.
again?
So,
Yeah.
It's too bad your best
But
isn't good
also-
enough.
great way to set
Why
up just
even bother showing up?
douchebaggery.
Yeah, I was gonna
This
say
time we
the
play to win.
the big popular jock from every single
Ooh,
80s
play
movie
away.
ever.
Just remember,
Hey.
even kids can play, boys.
Versus Waka.
See you in the final.
Don't
Versus-
congratulate them, Waka.
Versus the man
We'll
who
beat them.
is
We have
racist
to.
twice over
You know
somehow.
that team?
So,
Putting people
Like
down.
that's
They're as
that's
bad as
actually
my old
like
man.
a feat.
But Sir
oh yeah,
Jet was a
that's a
kind
fucking
and gentle man.
curveball there.
Well,
too.
not my Jacked. Even 10 years after he left.
Sorry.
Just thinking
No.
about my old man got me angry.
No, you're fine.
But maybe that was just my way of keeping him...
So
Nah.
the blitzball teams are certainly a thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm gonna do my best.
I don't.
I can say this though. I did learn that there's a difference between the Japanese and the American on the
Yeah.
Blitzball. The final reward for getting all the way through to the playoffs and winning is a strength sphere in the American version, which
Yeah.
Ooh.
in the Japanese version it's a potion.
Oh.
They give you a singular potion.
Yeah.
Well, because it's literally one of those things. Like you're not supposed to care. It's the. I do find it weird that the season is after the playoffs.
Lord O'Holland.
Yeah.
So they explained that a little bit actually. The tournament is specifically to celebrate one of the Maesters' 50th year as head Maester or something like that.
Yeah, but like the Crystal Cup is
Ugh.
The
like,
first thing, and then the actual
The
season is
summoner.
after. I know it's dumb. I understand, but I think like they held the tournament
name is
because of a
Yuna,
commemorative
From the
date
Isle of Besaid.
rather than
fair
because of
enough.
a commemorative season.
So, you're High Summoner Braska's daughter.
Also-
say hi
Quite
to
an
our
angel of
competing
Optu.
summoner.
Yeah, lady
My,
fan
my.
service the second.
And all these People
Oof.
are your guardians.
So
My, what a rabble.
I appreciate
As I recall,
Dona
Lord Braska had
and
only 2
Bartello
guardians.
here because
All
they are
over
indicative of a much
quantity, my
larger
dear.
problem
Whatever were you
in terms of
thinking?
the world at large.
I have need of only one
Okay.
guardian. Right, Bartello?
Donna sees
I only
herself
have as many
as like
guardians as there are
better
people I can
than
trust.
just some rando
trust them
summoner who
all
thinks she's
with my
hot
life.
shit because her dad was something.
To have so many guardians,
But also
is a
she's
joy
willing
and
to
an
fucking
honor.
like
even more so
be
than being my father's
Sabotage
yeah,
everything.
like we already went
Of course,
over like what
I
happens
would
if
never
somebody
think
that's
of
not supposed to
questioning
be in the
your
trial
rules either.
enters the trial while the summoner's in there.
So, Lady
Yuna
Donna,
could get excommunicated,
I
and
ask
Donna's
you,
just like, just
please
throw
leave
him in
us in
there. It's just a
peace.
game. Fuck it.
You do what you
Uh,
want.
Right,
Bartello, we're
and
leaving.
the thing is, if she fucks up after getting the other summoner kicked,
Yeah,
Sin wrecks shit.
yeah. It's
A guardian is someone
a lot
summoner
of
can
people
rely on.
in even
Someone she
in the
can
faith
trust with her
basically
life.
treat it like a
I wondered,
popularity
Did you
contest
feel that way
or
about me?
like just another sporting event, for instance.
What's she smiling
Like
about?
you're shown Donna and Bartello directly after you see the Luca goers. There's a direct parallel there.
Lord,
I actually think that's a really good comparison, that they see summoning as a sport in
Yeah.
itself.
That said, Donna, a throwaway character that otherwise could show up like all of once and then be discarded, like yesterday's newspaper, actually
the
is
faith
given a
below.
chance to grow
Let's do
as a
it.
character and comes back
faith?
in 10-2
But first, the
and
cloister
is
of
like
trials.
super chill with
Waka?
Yuna.
Ready?
Like, yeah, so
Yep.
you did the thing.
Strength,
I
everyone.
appreciate you. We're cool.
Kamara, just no, you're not a guardian.
Hey,
Piss
what
off.
gives?
I love this
You're
bit
not a guardian.
because
Yeah.
it's just
We'll be back as soon as we
deliberately
can,
takes
okay?
forever.
Well,
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
sure.
such
Soon,
a
like
thing,
tomorrow soon, I bet.
yeah.
which you'll see in a second, where I just go yes and
There's that moment where it stops and then starts again. That's them getting off of the elevator, and it goes much slower up than it did down. And then it's like, why can't I leave? What am I supposed to do? You have to step on the platform like you're going
Where's
in
Yuna?
in order to trigger this cutscene.
Then why are you here?
Hey, I'm not a guardian, so
I
I'm
like
not
that
supposed to go
Bartholomew
in,
is
right?
just a meathead.
Hmm.
At first,
Not a
like,
guardian,
just-
you say?
The
Hey,
time she
wait!
shows up in 10-2 is literally
Ah,
Bartello asking Yuna to save Donna
Go!
from
Hey,
some sort of
hey,
monster or something
What's
like
a big
that.
idea?
Oh,
Yeah,
Just a little
he
game.
also has like a moment with Orin
Huh?
Yeah.
later on.
The
I didn't realize that her butt was on display.
This is bad.
Oh, yeah.
So
Just
if you
now.
look at
Really
any of
bad.
the Islanders' clothing, it's really weirdly sexualized. Like, you might have missed it, but back on Besaid, there's that lady in a loincloth that has nothing on her sides. Like,
I wanted to see if I could just go
Yeah.
back.
nope. It
Come
doesn't
on.
want you to, Titus. You gotta complete the trial.
Ugh. But no, yeah, I think I remember that one too.
Only guardians allowed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure no guardian.
See, at least he gives some thought to it. It's dumb, but he thinks about it for
Well,
5 seconds.
Guess it's too late now.
Me no guardian, but we here.
I mean, realistically, all he would need to do is just sit and wait patiently like a good boy on the elevator.
But we both know he's physically incapable of
Oh,
doing
absolutely.
that.
I was gonna say, in the like in the modern Final Fantasy era, though, that would be an option.
Yeah, I would think so.
Wait X number of hours. I'm excited for 15, because spoiler, we're doing the run away from the boss option. I don't know how I'm gonna display that, but I'm excited to do it.
Can
Oh my god, I have a terrible
we,
idea.
do we have to do 15?
I like 15.
I don't.
15's good.
No.
It's just
Oh,
for some parts it's not. Like their Riku.
oh God. I just. I.
You have to take your medicine with your chicken nuggies. That was condescending even for me, and I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I really don't like 15 just because it. Oh God, mismanagement.
It's not comprehensible.
Mismanagement isn't even a word. Like we.
You watched the anime, right?
God.
The what?
No, it's not like putting aside them cutting out a good third of the story to put inside a movie that nobody watched, and another third of the story getting cut out for expansions that were never and are never going to be made because it's a failed project at this point. The lead designer and developer left. They fucking quit Square Enix because of it. Like, just... It's... Oh God! It had a longer development cycle than
any other Final Fantasy.
I can't.
Outside of 14.
I can't say that because 7 remake exists. But
yeah, I feel like that's That's
that
over there.
Yeah.
So that particular project stopped and restarted and stopped and restarted over and over and over again. The development on 15, from the time it was announced as Versus 13 to the end of development, was continuous. There was no break point. But throughout that entire time, it was just a case of extreme mismanagement on all counts. Like, the lead developer director coming in one day after seeing a musical on TV and being like, we need to turn this into a musical. And I'm just being like, why?
I forgot about that.
The fact that like part of it was the fact that they were using an untested engine that had only ever been used like once before, and like was actively causing problems in development so bad that they had to legit scrap 2/3 of the actual story that would have made sense and would have been good, is just insane to me. I have a lot of respect for the developers that actually stayed through to the end of 15, but holy shit.
Not to give more despair, but this did just at the time of recording get recently announced that they're doing in parallel with 7 remake, a 9 remake now.
Now people do like
9 is the best of the PS1 ones.
Well, no, but see, the problem is they're splitting the 7 remake team into 2 teams.
Oh, god damn it.
And the idea is to stagger it so that you get a 9 remake episode every few whatevers.
I hate it.
Like every year, every other year, and then between those you should get a 7 remake. We'll see how that bears out. I don't know why they did just focus on 7. But
arguably, it's because they have no idea what they're doing with 7. And they said as much when 7 Remake came out. And they were like, we actually didn't expect this to do as well as it did. And everyone in the audience just went, fucking why?
Why? Yeah.
People still dress up as Sephiroth and Cloud at anime cons, dudes.
I am literally sitting here like, this is the single most popular Final Fantasy game. including Final Fantasy XIV.
Man.
Why
Well-
did you think it would
Well,
not
it's
do
not even
well?
that they didn't think it would do well. It's that
What
they didn't have
consequences?
any plans to go
She could be
further, like in
excommunicated.
terms of development or story or anything like that, because further episodes hadn't been
Just
greenlit.
wait.
Because they
So
just,
what's in there anyway?
well, we'll see what happens.
The
You
faith,
know, you
remember?
guys have been like
Oh yeah, that thing,
just, oh god.
The faith are people who gave their lives to battle sin.
Well, and the other example is that
Yevon took their
Sephiroth
souls,
won
willingly
the
given
best
from their
villain
still
of
living
Final
bodies.
Fantasy since Inception, or since he came out,
Now they live forever,
until
trapped in
2019,
statues.
when
But
Emmett
when a
Selk
summoner
took his spot.
beckons, the
Finally.
souls of
Yep.
the faith
It
emerge
took
once again.
It took
20
Emmett
years?
Self. It took Emmett Self.
It took 20 years to replace
that
him,
in
and
this
honestly, with a better model. Fight me, nerds!
Yeah.
So what's
Emmett
Yuna
Selk's a
doing
shoe
there?
bill.
Just gonna
She prays
say
with all her
here
heart for a way
that
to defeat
quick
sin.
addendum, Square Enix is kind of a shit company. I appreciate what they do.
The
I
chamber
appreciate the
beyond is a
games they
sacred
release.
place. Only
But
summoners
also
may enter.
keep in the back of your minds
What?
that
Even
while
Guardians can't go?
14
It's
1.0
taboo.
was hemorrhaging money.
Oh.
Remember how when they released like the Tomb Raider games and like Sleeping Dogs and shit like that, and they're like, oh no, they didn't sell terribly well.
Oh no. Or my personal favorite is they went ahead with oh god, what was it? The hacker game. What is iconic from Ding?
Watch_dogs.
Yeah.
There was something I didn't tell anyone
Was
else that day.
they went ahead with
That song we
Insurrection,
heard there
where you
in
fight
the temple,
BLM.
I knew it from my
They
childhood.
just kept it to
It was
Japan.
proof that Spira
Instead?
and Xanarkin were connected.
That was Ubisoft
somehow.
though.
At least to me it was.
Yes.
Is it? I thought
Maybe
that was.
that's why
my
suddenly
bad.
I felt like
Well, anyway.
I just wanted to go
But
home.
the thing about Square
I tried
Enix
to
at that
say
time
something to
was,
tell them,
if you read the
but the
stories,
words
it's like,
wouldn't
oh,
come.
we reported to our shareholders that, oh, it didn't sell enough to make back its money or anything like that. People have figured it out now. It absolutely did, and these properties that they had absolutely sold way more than they needed to in order to make their money back. It's just they were hemorrhaging money from 1.0's failure of Final Fantasy XIV and Final Fantasy 15 still being in fucking development.
And it looks, honestly, I don't have much reason to believe Final Fantasy Origins is gonna be received well.
It really is.
T-shirt, man.
I just really
God.
I just really hope that they can keep it afloat long enough for Yoshi P and Yokotaro to make 16 a reality, because that's a thing. Yokotaro's now on board for 16.
Oh my god, is this some kind
wow.
of exchange student shit? Since
I thought
Yoshi
I put my
P's
feelings
helping
for Xanarkin
Yokotaro's new
behind me.
I
project?
think so, yes.
Oh my
This is
god.
gonna be beautiful.
I have so much hope for them. But yeah,
But they were
the
there,
big thing
and they grew
is,
inside me bigger
of the
and
big
bigger,
companies,
till I was just
Square
about
Enix
ready
isn't
to
the
burst.
Oh,
worst.
absolutely not.
But it's a bar.
It's just they have some really bad, like,
They got
they
skeletons.
they have some really bad
I-
management decisions that are indicative of a
I don't know.
bad precedent.
What do you want to do?
To scream real
Top
loud.
tier take there. What a normal thing to do.
Just skip to the other side of that? Yep.
Yeah. There was like 50 battles between those two. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
Off to Luca at last.
Let us leave this depressing place.
The match has started.
Never
We
come
get
back
there.
until we
Rest
need
up
to.
on the way, yeah?
But it's, I don't know, it was just happening there.
They're getting themselves psyched up.
Fair enough.
No stops until Luca.
No, break to Brooklyn.
No, sleep till Brooklyn.
I like this. It's kind of pointless, but I like it. The
I
little
figured
map
you would have
thing.
went with shipping off to Boston.
Boo.
What?
Bear.
What? What's wrong with... Oh.
Aw.
Oh, did we hear the entirety of their conversation?
No, I didn't hear. Oh, fuck, could I have done that?
So, if you walk up the stairs, you hear a bit of their conversation, and it keeps booting you back down to the bottom of the stairs, so you have to keep walking back up to hear the next bit. You can do it like 5 times.
I didn't do it at all.
Oh,
I'm
no
sorry.
worries.
Oh, no, I can do it on the next
Yeah.
part. Because it's fine. I only did this part because, guess who's in this cabin with us? Hey!
Hey!
Oh, Walker the 23rd. Oh, sorry, Dona Bartello, yeah.
Some
Anyway, that's all.
That's the only
Well, thanks, guys.
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. You know what to do. Hit that like button and smash that subscribe.
He says that sarcastically, but it genuinely helps.
Yeah, no, seriously, guys.
definitely do that.